Hey guys, I'm Angela. I'm going to run you through our new Build 'em Up Brow Powder. Very exciting. Alrighty, so we have a precision tip here that has a very velvety powder, and it is going to help you apply really natural strokes on the brows. Super pigmented, so all you need is a couple strokes. Alrighty, so in order to get the most natural brow, I'm just going to add little flakes so that you have natural imperfections. I like to focus most of the density on the tails, of course, versus the front of the brow where it can get a little boxy. So I'm just going to keep adding really short strokes using the powder and just elongate the tail. I'm just going to add little strokes to give a feathered effect. This helps to kind of balance the density so that you don't have anything too crazy up front. The powder is so easy to use. So if you want something a little more perfected and less messy, you just go in with the Precision Brow Pencil. I'm using the shade Taupe and kind of just fill in any little gaps you might have that you want to fill in. And then just perfect the tail so that you have something that's nice. It's also going to give you a great transition and a really smooth effect when you're going from the front to the back of the brow, where you get something that's a little fuller and a little bit more dramatic. Just going to add a few more little hairs here. Usually uses concealer to kind of shape her brow, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same. I'm just going to add a little bit from the middle of the brow to the tails to give a little bit more definition. So I like to use just the tiniest amount, and as I get to the front, I'm going to use less and less because I want to see those natural flakes and the natural feathered look. And I'm going to focus most of it just in the tail and give you a sharp tail. So I'm just adding a little bit more over here because I felt like it was dipping upward, which is totally fine. You just kind of go back and fix it a little bit and give a little bit more fullness so you have a really even shape. I'm just going to clean. So I'm just going to clean up the outer corner of the tail so it's not too crazy or full or boxy. As you can see, I don't like boxiness. Tiffany has great brows, so we're just going to emphasize that arc. Alright, so we have a combination of Build 'em Up Brow Powder and the Precision Brow Pencil and a little bit of concealer to help clean up these babies. We have fullness, maximum everything. So in case you guys missed it, I was just working with Molly to give her a fuller brow using the Precision Brow Pencil. So for some videos, we need to just darken the brows to give a more realistic effect when we're shooting. So I'm just going to add a little bit more product and darken the brows simply for video purposes. This is a nice little trick. Same, even to darken, I'm just going to start at the middle of the brow, not in the front, so there's not too much density, and then just keep building with short little flakes. This is going to look great on camera and on film. Jumping in with the auburn shade, and I'm just going to add a few more flakes in the front here to give a fuller brow, something a little more feathered, and to complement the lovely ginger hair. When you're doing these short flakes, you almost want to have the most pressure at the bottom, and then as you're flicking upward, lift so that you don't have something that's too crazy, and you can kind of have like a fake hair effect. I always like adding some extra sprouts up here in the front. They're always a little fun. I'm going to go in with Build 'em Up Brow and Soft Brown and add a few more little individual hairs to add some more density, to be a little bit more dramatic, and just deepen the brows a tiny bit. This is an extra step, but totally necessary if you want some depth. So we wanted to add a little bit more depth to Molly's brow, so we went in with our Build 'em Up Brow Powder and the Precision Brow Pencil in Soft Brown and Auburn. We gave her a little bit more fullness, especially in the front, and a natural feather.